welcome to all of the beautiful mamas that are tuned in for this spirit baby oracle messages. Alrighty, so right away I'm getting this energy of a fresh start, a new beginning, a leveling up. It just feels like everything feels so cozy and peaceful and loving and joyful. There's really good energy coming through all of these all three of these piles and all of the messages that want to come in. Oh my goodness, the babies are ready to talk. I am like getting tapped on my shoulder, like it is time to dive right into these messages. So let me just quiet down and make sure that there's nothing else collectively for everybody. Joy, 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 joy. I keep hearing be in joy, be in joy, be in joy. Oh, okay. This feels just so lovely and I'm excited to jump into it. So choose which one of those three piles resonates for you. This is messages from your spirit babies. You have pile number 1 with the ancient wisdom crystal or the rumilated quartz. Pile number 2 with the scolecite crystal, and pile number 3 with the clear quartz. All right, timestamps will be in the description. Okay, they just told me to be quiet for a moment, so that does happen from time to time. Go ahead and choose your cards, and I will meet you all in each pile. Thank you so much for tuning in. Welcome to those of you who chose the rumilated quartz, the ancient wisdom crystal. Okay, so this is abundance. Oh my goodness. There is so much joy. Like I said in the intro, there is lots and lots of joy coming through this reading. So let's jump right in. I feel like they're going to have me align them a little bit differently. But let's see what we have here. We have the ancient wisdom crystal first off. So the rumilated quartz bringing, they're telling me gifts through your ancestry, gifts through the ancestry, and possibly some cycling through ancestry for some of you. So this may be some of your ancestors coming back into the lineage. Oh, but it is super high vibrational. Like these are ascended souls. These are souls that have fully ascended the earth plane and are in a much, much, much higher vibration, higher than the angelics, higher than some of the cosmic families. This is a really super high vibrational energy. I'm just going to channel because they're coming in right away. Oh my goodness, there's so much joy. Like I said, it's just like this, it's just tickling the energy that's coming through. It is so sweet. Oh wow, these babies are super connected. Okay, whew, let's go a little deeper. Let's see what's going on here. So we have this Beyond Lemuria card that came out and lots of transitions happening there. This came out in a reading recently. If I can remember what it is, I'll link it in the description. Otherwise, maybe it'll show up and you'll be called to it, or you can ask your guides to guide you to it, because I feel like there may be some messages in there for you as well if you haven't already seen it. Now, I'm gonna go ahead and flip it over. All right, so this is Crown Chakra, the unlimited self. The crown chakra is your link to the multidimensionality of your being. The seat of your soul, it gracefully connects you to the heavens. The infinity symbol of limitlessness appears within the unfolding petals and points to your most potent potential. Here, you can delight in the divine strands of light that dance with us when we are aligned with spirit, purpose, and truth. Be present and follow without rigid outcomes. Find more spaces in your life. Find your own way to meditate. Explore the state of flow and be receptive to the intuitive messages you may receive. Oh my goodness. Okay, so what this is telling me is that your babies are wanting to connect to you personally, not even through myself as a channel or through any other channels. They're wanting to connect with you. So they're asking you to start tapping into ways that will help you connect with them. Different forms of meditation. Maybe your meditation is cleaning and having a really super clean home. Maybe your meditation is raking leaves in the yard. Maybe your meditation is going for a quiet, silent walk where you're not listening to anything, you're not talking to anybody, you're not with anybody, you're just in that space, walking and moving. Maybe it's walking on a beach, walking on a trail, somewhere in nature. Maybe your meditation is coloring or painting or creating some type of music. Maybe your meditation is listening to a sound frequency like the one that's playing now and just keeping yourself awake, but with your eyes closed, to tap in and connect with those higher vibrations. And then maybe you are into transcendental meditation or sound. They're telling me sound. Sound is going to be important. Okay, so can you tell me specifically, babies, is this sound baths? Oh no, more just music. They're saying they're speaking to you through music. So is this, I feel like this would be like a random playlist. Like sometimes on YouTube, if you look up a certain song and then you listen to that song, the algorithm will pick up and bring you different songs with it. And what I tend to do is I will go on YouTube and I'll choose a song and then I'll say, okay, Spirit, just choose whatever is good for me next. And I'm always, even to this day, it's been years, and still to this day, I'm amazed at the music that Spirit brings me. So ask your babies, open up, be like, okay, babies, I'm ready to listen. Go on any music platform where the music is randomized. Choose something at random. Or maybe just something that you love or something that makes you feel really good. Yeah, feel really good. They're saying like they want you to connect with your body, and through your body you're going to connect with them. Okay, so you can use all of those other ways to meditate, but specifically they want you to move through your body. Maybe even like some ecstatic dance stuff, or just really feeling into yourself, moving through your hips, closing your eyes, feeling through the music. And you may get messages through the lyrics, you may get messages through the sound itself, but you will also get messages directly downloaded from the babies. This is going to feel like claircognizance. It's going to feel like just an inner knowing, something that it just pops in and you're like, oh my gosh, I know, I get it now. And that's how they're going to speak to you. So open yourself up to that energy. They're saying my guides, thank you. My guides are coming in to help open up through the crown and the solar star chakra so that you can open up to these higher vibrations and receiving these messages. Whew, okay, high vibrational energy. My goodness. Okay, you are a badass. It says get present. Yep. That's that meditation, right? It brings you into the present. So this one says, stop and notice how you feel right now. Okay, I'll give you a moment. Feel the air on your skin. Feel your heart beating. Notice the energy inside and outside of you buzzing. Shut off your thoughts and feel your connection to Source, to the divine, to your highest self, to the babies. Breathe. The more time you stay in these moments, the richer your life will become. So the babies are saying, bring presence. Fill into your body. That's why they want you in that, really working into the body, because that presence, it's what is going to open up these divine messages for you. And the more you do it, the more they're going to connect to you. Wow. Look, the body deserves your love. Y'all, when I choose these cards, it is completely at random. I shuffle the decks, and as they come out, they tell me pile number 1, pile number 3, pile number 2. And I never turn them over to see what they say. And they just always align so perfectly. And the babies are just like, oh, their energy is vibrant. It is radiating. They are passionate little souls. Oh my goodness. Okay. And this is a combination. Okay, so before I get into this card, they're telling me, they're like, well, who are we? Tell them who we are. This is a combination of a child and or children that are wanting to come, that are wanting to be birthed through you. They haven't come into the physical yet. So you could possibly be pregnant now. And this, okay, they're like, it's very broad, so explain it a little deeper. So this can be a pregnancy that you are currently in. It could be children that are coming, like one is coming soon, maybe from the pregnancy you're in, and then in a year or even less than a year, they're telling me another one will come. Or this could be multiples. This is going to be different for everybody that's tuning into this. There's a lot of people that are tuning into this, so they're trying to make this message as broad as it comes in. Now, this is also, so these are the babies that are coming in, but these are also the babies whose souls you helped lift through missed pregnancies. They're telling me missed pregnancies. Yes, missed pregnancies. Through missed pregnancies. What does that mean? Can you elaborate on that, please, babies? Yeah, we're the ones. Okay, apparently they're going to channel through me. I'm just going to let them. We are the ones that wanted to come through at different times, and our souls were just using, you had agreed, thank you. You had agreed to use, that we could use your body as the portal, and we came through for a minimal amount of time, and then we were either what you call there miscarried or abortioned. The pregnancy didn't go what you would call full term, and we are the souls that are grateful, so grateful for lifting our spirits, for helping us transition through the vibrations into higher dimensions. We are watching over your babies that are coming to you soon. We are taking care of them the way that you took care of us and loved us when we were in your womb. Yeah, this is multiples, and my apologies. They're like telling me to shut up so they can continue. My apologies. And we're here in gratitude. We're here letting you know that we are watching over your baby and our babies that are coming in, and everything is working out exactly the way that it's supposed to be. There is coherence, there is grace, there is peace, there is sovereignty. There is so much love and joy and laughter. We are bringing so much joy and laughter, an abundance of joy and laughter into your life. It's time for you to just breathe and enjoy this energy. Allow yourself to feel into the love and the peace and the joy and the grace and the vulnerability and the femininity and all of the good things that make you the woman that you are. Ooh, okay, wow. Okay, I feel like I'm gonna have to go back and listen to that because I don't know what just happened. I completely channeled out. That's only happened a couple times where I've let them channel through me, and I feel like these messages keep opening me up to more and more. So let me go ahead and jump back to where I was. Your body deserves your love. Your body deserves your love. Yeah, so it's like, give yourself some love on yourself. I'm seeing this image of you like hugging yourself, holding yourself, just caressing yourself. Maybe that means like putting your hands around your neck and running your hands through your hair, over your head, down the back of your neck, over your chest. It's like, just feel into the body, feel into the body. Okay, let's see what else we have. We have time for a nap. Yes, this is nourishment, self-love. It's really loving yourself and where you're at and what you've been through on this journey, how far you've come, and knowing that your babies that are coming in are protected and safe and all coming in divine timing, and that the babies that you allowed to move through you they're there helping now. They are assisting with these babies, new babies coming in, and they keep saying babies, so I feel like this is definitely plural. Yeah, they said yes, we confirmed it. Maybe you don't remember. Thank you. Either multiples and or multiple children at different times. Okay, my apologies. I'll stop asking questions because I feel like I'm channeling so much that I'm not getting the messages that are coming through, and it's kind of confusing me, but I'm just gonna allow it to keep going. Oh my gosh. High vibrational. Wow. Okay. We have soul craft. Oh yay. They are saying it part of your mission, your dharma here on earth is bringing these babies into earth realm and then just being who you are. There's no like extra anything that you have to do. They want you to be in joy, and they want you to play, and they want you to have all of the good things in life, and know that there's nothing extra that you have to do to make that happen, that you really just can be in the joy of being you and experiencing these babies when they come in and throughout the pregnancies, however long they are. Now they're telling me these pregnancies are going to be very different. You've likely already been feeling like it is a different pregnancy. The vibration of their energy, it feels like they come and go, like almost like you may be shape shifting, like your body is, you feel like you're growing these babies, and there are days where you feel rather large, and then there are days where you're like, oh, my belly's not that big today and I'm much smaller. It's like the energy of the babies is coming and going. And also these babies are coming, they're not coming on a timeline. They are not coming on a timeline. They are coming, they're saying out of time. So they may, like, you may find out you're pregnant and not know how far along you are, and then boom, the babies are coming, or the baby's coming in the next month. You might not even know you're pregnant, and you might have like a curiosity, and that's why you're tuning into this, or maybe something about the cards just called you in. And okay, they want me to point out I just saw 1616. I don't know where that came from. It's a message for somebody, but let me keep going. They just want you to be you. They want you to be you and to enjoy however long, however short this pregnancy is. It could be years. Okay. I have done some research into this for yourself. Like you could be having a much longer pregnancy when you connect it to a timeline. And it could be a very fast pregnancy. It could come like the pregnancies that you hear about where they say like, oh, I didn't know I was pregnant, and then I started having contractions and I went to the hospital to figure out what it was, and I was giving birth, right? Like they're saying it's not that you didn't know you were pregnant. It's just that these babies are not on timelines. They're going to come when they come. And so just allowing them to come, and you feeling into your body and being in your authenticity, comfortable with who you are. Like your soul craft is who you are from beginning to end in regards to your soul, your spirit, your highest dimensional self. So embracing that authenticity of who you are. All right, we have cycles and patterns. It says return to the origin and transform the effect. Okay, so yeah, these, like I said, these are high vibrational beings. Look at the energy that's coming in on these two cards. These babies are, they're next level. I mean, when you look at this pyramid, it's like the great pyramids and the light beings that are coming in. These are high vibrational light beings that are coming in. They're likely, can you confirm, babies? Are you from other star galaxies? Yes. Yes, the majority of us are. We come from different star galaxies to help with the transformation of Earth and the cosmos. What's happening on Earth will radiate out into the cosmos, and lots of other planetary systems that have different life forms on them. We are masters in our craft, in what we know. So some of us have worked with technology and will be masters in technology. Some of us are masters in emotion or masters in trade. We all have a special gift to share, and when we arrive, we ask that you allow us to be, and that you keep us close to you, hold us close. We're asking kindly that you never let us be or feel abandoned or alone. This is specifically for mothers who are thinking about having a separate nursery where you would leave the babies in one room and you would be in another. We are coming in and we need as much direction and care as we can get when we are very young, so that we can fully tap into our abilities and be able to bring through these gifts of our soul and help transform, as we said, through the cosmos. Okay, I'm back. Okay, we have return to what lifts you. Your joy is sacred. Yes, see, so much joy that's coming in. They just want you to be in joy, be who you are. These souls have actually come to you, they're telling me, through the multidimensional field, through hummingbirds, and through your connection with the stars and the moon. So some of you are very connected to the stars and the moon, and you feel like when you go outside at night and you're able to view the stars, there's such peace that they bring in for you. And also, some of you have been being visited by hummingbirds, and you've been thinking that they're passed on loved ones. These are not passed on loved ones. There was a time where there may have been passed on loved ones that came through, but recently all of the little hummingbirds that you have been seeing are your baby's spirits that are coming through just to remind you to be in joy. So in those moments, stop, connect, and just take a breath. They're like, most of you are already doing it. You're seeing them, you're allowing yourself to just slow down and be more present. And that's when they're coming in. They're coming in to bring you back into the moment and out of your head. Okay, we have, let's see, transgenerational karma, and this came out in reverse. So this tells me that you've shifted. There is no, for those of you that are wondering, whatever you have done to clear your energy or to work on your ancestry has worked. It has shifted you. It has shifted the lineage. And at this point, there is no transgenerational karma that is going to be transferred to your babies moving forward. No transgenerational karma. So you have shifted. Oh, they said be specific. What you call bad karma. Thank you. What you call bad karma. There's, but let me ask. I'm asking my guides now. Is there going to be karma in general? No, because they're saying what you you give what you get what you give, and there's going to be so much love radiating from you and from the babies that are coming in, that's all that's coming back to you is love at this point. There's a lot is shifting in the paradigm, and you're not going to have to grow through any of those transgenerational karmas anymore, and neither will your children. Okay, last one we have here is Archangel Cries. So obviously a super high vibrational angel. I am going to read his message from the book for this one, because they asked me to keep the book out. So let's see. So Archangel Cristiel is the angel of peace. And the message for him is, a more peaceful time is coming to you. Let me move this out of the way so you can see that. A more peaceful time is coming to you. You have worked hard to create peace in your life and the lives of others. Trust that as you do no harm, no harm shall come to you. So trust that as you do no harm shall come to you. Yes, you've shifted into this vibration of you get what you give, and there is so much love radiating from you, from these babies, that, as I said, that is all that is coming back to you. Oh, okay, I think I need to go ground myself before I do the rest of the readings, because this one was super high vibrational. And also I'll be going back and listening to these as well, because there were moments where I feel like I, for lack of a better term, just like kind of blacked out and allowed the babies to speak through me, which was really lovely. So, okay, I will leave it at that. They're telling me to look into the rumilated quartz crystal. And if you are having trouble connecting with the babies on your own, use the rumilated quartz. You can place it on your forehead between your eyebrows, and then just be in presence, be in silence, be with music or frequency, high vibrational frequency in the background. And allow the crystal to help you open up to those higher divine messages. Alrighty. Thank you all so much for tuning in. If you stayed to the end of this reading, please leave a golden heart so I know that you made it. I appreciate you all so much. Until next time, take care. Welcome back to the mamas that chose the scolecite crystal. Here is the scolecite. It's a divine energy coming through that. Now, scolecite is a really great crystal for clearing energy, especially through the dream space, so the astral space. If you're having crazy dreams or you're having a hard time sleeping, I highly recommend scolecite. It has helped me so much on my journey, and I feel like it will also help you. Scolecite is an energy of peace and protection, so that is what it will offer you when you tap in and use it. Okay, let's jump right in. We have, let's see, this is the Beyond Lemuria deck. And the first thing they're pointing out to me is this crystal here. It looks like kyanite, right there in the third eye center. So this is an opening through the third eye. Yes, the higher connection. They're wanting me to channel. I'm going to go ahead and channel. Oh, wow. Okay, as I was channeling through the third eye, what they were bringing in was the connection with animals. You're very connected with the animals, and your babies want you to spend more time with animals. Now, this can mean like going to a zoo or sanctuary or an aquarium, or just being out in nature, connecting with the birds. But they're really wanting you to spend more time with animals. That was the message that came through when I was channeling. So that's interesting. Let's see what else they have to say. I'm going to flip. Okay, it says crystal keys. Lemurian quartz crystals are special pieces of clear quartz said to have been encoded with great knowledge from the spiritual evolution of the human race. This card is about deciphering wisdom codes. Be inspired to find wisdom hidden in times when you feel triggered. There is so much information within our raw, intense reactions that when you choose to be present and peel back the layers, great spiritual insight will unveil itself in a way tailored just for you. Wisdom comes through inner paradoxes. Be awed in creative flow or a state of surrender. These crystals may be powerful keys to your spiritual evolution. Okay, so the Lemurian crystals are what are down here, right at the throat center. And interesting at the throat center, because the throat center is very well connected to the womb. So I feel like this is an opening up for, yes, the babies are confirming. They're saying open. Open, use some breath, breathe more. You're not breathing enough. You are not breathing enough. Your babies are saying, yes, it may be like you're having a hard time taking deep breaths, and it's just because there's so much going on in your head. So they're saying slow it down, bring some peace and relaxation into your life, and that will help to open you up and get you to start to breathe better. Okay, we have thank you notes. So this is to be in gratitude. I'll go ahead and read. It says, before you go to bed, review your day and either write down or mentally note 10 things you can be grateful for in your life. Stopping and noticing throughout the day all the things that you can be grateful for is a great way to keep your frequency high at all times. So try to remember to do it all day long, but at the very least, make it a part of your evening routine. Okay, so the more grateful we are, the more we'll have to be grateful for. I feel like you all are having, can you confirm, babies, are these mamas pregnant right now? Yes, the majority of you that tapped into this reading are pregnant right now. Some of you have recently experienced a loss, and there's just this almost like wanting to disconnect, and that's what they're saying, like allow yourself to rest, allow yourself to call in the things that you are thankful for. Even just the little things. The more you find little things to be grateful for, the larger things, the larger it becomes, right? So it starts off really small. They're showing me like a mosaic where like up close, it's all these tiny little things, and then you zoom out and it's this big, beautiful picture. And they're saying, yes, there's lots of tiny little moving pieces right now. And you may feel like it is a lot, and they're reminding you that they wouldn't give you anything that you couldn't handle. God would not give you anything that you couldn't handle. The divine source, whatever you want to call it, the highest, your highest self, they're not going to give you anything that you cannot handle. And you are being watched over by your guides and your angels. And oh goodness, there are angels in here. As soon as I said that, they just came right on in. It was like a little invite. Okay, so we have Archangel Gabrielle that is here. We also have our Archangel Jophiel. And then Kuan Yin is here as well. This is one of the divine mothers. It's such a nurturing energy, and they're wanting you to almost, I feel like this is like get out of your head, get out of this cycle of creating negativity in your life. Okay, let's see. It says your thinking will either make your happiness or take your happiness. You choose. Your thinking will either make or take your happiness. So yeah, it's like your thoughts are creating things. Thoughts are things. So if you are constantly in this miserable energy of like, how could this happen to me? Why me? Or why is this? I feel like some of you that are going through pregnancy right now, it's like, oh, why do I have to, why is this baby so heavy? Or why does my back hurt? I'm feeling a lot of lower back pain. So I feel like this is probably mamas that are getting close to giving birth. And there's some big things shifting. Yes, they're telling me there are some big shifts happening. So you may be in separation with your partner right now, or separation in a relationship. This could be like mother-daughter. I'm hearing also like sisters. So someone close to you that you value in your life, you are currently going through some kind of separation with. There's just some weird energy, but it's just coming up to be cleared. It just needs to be transmuted. And it's like some things that happened in the dark, or some things that were done in not the highest vibration, are just coming up to be surfaced before the baby makes their presence into earth realm. Okay, lots through the back of the heart. I feel like this is forgiveness. Yeah, there needs to be some forgiveness mainly for the journey. It feels like this has been a really tough journey for you, and maybe it's been a harder pregnancy than you were expecting, or it just felt like things were falling apart, and you've persevered and you've made it through, but you're still holding on to this energy in the body. And the babies are wanting baby. The baby is wanting you to relax, soften, let go, forgive, because they don't want you to have a tough birthing experience. So they need you to start to learn to relax more through the body. Yoga Nidra is going to be really good. You can look into Yoga Nidra. Also, I can't remember the name of it right now. Hypnobirthing. There we go. Hypnobirthing. Hypnobirthing with Anya is really awesome on YouTube. You can look for her. Anja, I think, Anya. But the hypnobirthing, Yoga Nidra, it's like your body needs some rest and some forgiveness. Okay, let's see what else we have. Peace. Oh my gosh. Yes, see? Peace. It's like your baby's baby, just one. Sorry, I don't know why I keep saying that. Your baby is wanting you to rest. Like there is a big need for, maybe you're feeling they're coming and you're like, I have to get this done. I have to get that aligned. I have to make this happen. And your baby's like, we really don't need all of that extra stuff. I really don't need all that extra stuff. All I need is you, mama. All I need is you. All I need is for you to be in your body, to be present, to be relaxed, to open up, to let go, to surrender, and to breathe, Okay, let's see what else we have. Soul love. Yeah. See, the forgiveness is coming through because the love that this baby is bringing through for you it's such a divine love, and it really is going to they're really going to help you step into your power and be more comfortable and confident in who you are. And they're needing you to open up through the heart. Open up through the heart. Now, opening up through the heart, I learned this within the last couple of years, that the calves are like what they call the second heart, right? Because the calves pump the blood through our body, like on the opposite side of the heart. So they're saying that working like with your calves is going to help. So relaxing through them. I'm seeing like massage. If you can get a massage, or if you can get a partner, or just a loved one to massage through the calves, that would be really great. Also just a little bit more movement in, walking, or specifically stairs. They're saying like something that's where you can walk up the stairs, like where your calves are gonna have to work a little harder to pump that blood and get it going. There just needs to be movement. Now, specifically breath is going to really help with that. So if you can learn to just slow down and calm your breath, it would be really, really good. You can do like slow, deep breaths. It doesn't have to be anything challenging. Just slowly breathing through your nose as deep as you can, feeling it go all the way down into the womb, and then slowly letting it out of your mouth as slow as you can. And then cycling it again in through the nose, nice and slow. Feel it go all the way down into the womb. And then relaxing, opening through the mouth and letting it out nice and slow. Yeah, this is about activating peace and presence in your life. Okay, let's see what else we have. The bigger picture, the bigger picture. Okay, all sides without contradiction. So yeah, there's so much more to this pregnancy than what you're seeing right now. You might be seeing like all of the symptoms, like, oh, I've been nauseous for months, or I feel heavy, or this baby is heavy and it's hard for me to move, or I'm having a hard time, like I'm getting winded sooner, or I'm hot and uncomfortable. Like you're seeing all of these symptoms, and they're like, yeah, mama, but it's going to be so worth it. It's going to be so worth it when we come in. So find gratitude in the little things. See the big picture, right? You're almost there. You are almost there. So breathe and bring some peace back into the body. Okay, we have the dragon spirit that wanted to come through. It says, rise from your ashes. You are the keeper of sacred fire. Okay, so again, like the dragon breath is what's coming through for me with this card. It's like there's this cosmic energy that's coming in with this baby, and they're telling me you may feel like you've had a hard time holding the vibration, and it's because you tend to get into your head, or allow what's happening as far as like symptom wise affect everything else. And they're like, just keep seeing the bigger picture, like see yourself on the other side. Even maybe take a moment and just envision yourself on the other side with your baby in your arms, like cuddled up to them, skin to skin, enjoying that moment where you get to connect with them and see why everything you've been through during this pregnancy is so worth it. Okay, we have the energy of abandonment. Now, it came out in reverse, which is good. It tells me that you've shifted through that energy. And so normally when you shift, then the quote comes in and it says, everything I give other people, I give myself first. Yeah, this baby wants you to give back to you. They don't want you to abandon yourself to, like, they're showing me, like, a lot of people talk about new parents and like how exhausting it is, and like I don't know, I think people like over time have like exaggerated what it's like. And so there may be some fear, like, oh my gosh, I'm already tired, I've been through this pregnancy, it's been so tiring and hot and miserable and uncomfortable and whatever you're growing through, and you're like, I don't have the time or energy to put back into myself. And that's why your baby is saying, no, we need you to put that energy, that time, that effort, that love back into yourself, because you loving, the amount of love that you're giving yourself is going to radiate out to the baby when they are present in the physical. So they're wanting you to give yourself that love, that affection, that peace, that calmness, and that will help. Okay, the last card we have here is from, I may not say this correctly, Archangel Jehudiel. I'm not very familiar with this archangel, but they did tell me to keep the book out for this deck. So let's see what the message is from this archangel for you. I'll lift it up so you can see the name there. Okay, so 32, that might be, that's the first time a number popped out during any of these readings, so that might be significant for you. Okay, this archangel is about leadership and endeavor. So the message from this archangel says, I am assisting you with your spiritual endeavor. You are a natural leader. Stay true to your integrity. Okay, so it's like you've worked so hard to get to these moments. Stay true to what you've planned, what you want to happen. Be in your inner fire so that you can tap into that energy. And it says, understand that you are fully qualified with the powerful angelic of co-creation. So when they're saying that, of co-creation, they're saying that your thoughts are far more powerful than you may even understand. And so when you're uncomfortable and you say out loud, I'm so uncomfortable, I'm having a bad day, then you are manifesting or co-creating that you are going to have a bad day. Now, I was the same way. I would tell my husband, today sucks, like I just don't feel good today, or I'm having a horrible day. And my husband would correct me and he would say, are you having a bad day or are you having a bad right now? And it's like, once he said that, I was like, oh, okay, I can move through this. I don't have to have a bad day. I can have a moment right now where I'm uncomfortable. I don't like the way I feel, and I can move through it, and the rest of my day can be amazing and I can feel great. But I'm creating what's happening, and that's what they're saying to you. You are the co-creator of what is happening for you. So remember that thoughts are things, and you are allowed to be in peace. You are allowed to be in gratitude, in calm, and let go of the things that are keeping you in those in that cycle all day, right? Like if you say like, oh, my hips hurt so bad today, well then yeah, your hips are gonna hurt so bad all day, right? If you say, oh, my hips are hurting so bad right now, I could feel them stretching and opening, and it's painful, and I can, but you make it in the right now, in the present, then it doesn't have to move forward with you into the next present moment. It can ebb and flow and come in cycles where you don't feel like you have complete, long, exhausting days where you're miserable. Okay, thank you all so much for tuning in. If you made it to the end of this video, leave me a blue heart or a dragon so I know that you made it through. Thank you so much for tuning in. Until next time, adios. Welcome, mamas that chose the clear quartz. This is the clear quartz. Okay, the clear quartz is bringing this purification energy. It's like cleanse and clear and let go is what I'm hearing. Cleanse and clear and let go. Okay, let's see. Like I said, I can put this here. Thank you. So purification Oh, you can use the crystal. Okay, so this is like an obelisk crystal, and you can, if you have this type of crystal where it has the pointed end, you can actually hold it in your left hand and bring that energy of purification into your body so it can cleanse and clear whatever's not in resonance with your highest and best vibration. And also, thank you, Spirit, you can hold it in your right hand with the point facing outward away from you to clear out whatever energy is coming from you that you want to clear. So this is in the left hand, pointing in, is calling in the energy. It will bring in relaxation, purification, peace, calmness, rest, they're telling me. And then outward is going to be just cleansing and clearing anything that you're ready to let go of. So, and you can do it even with a crystal this small. You can take the point, see the point there, and you can point it in and just hold it and keep it in your palm. Take in that beautiful purification energy. So it doesn't have to be anything big or extravagant, but definitely the crystals will help. Now we have this lovely Beyond Lemuria crystal, and it feels card. And this also feels like purification, right? Look at all of that, like the white lilies, the star, even the white in her hair. There's so much purification energy. Let's see what it says. Trust your inner sense. Sometimes it can be hard to decipher between intuition and what your mind is telling you. Stories, projections of fear can arise under the guise of intuition. To distinguish truthful inner guidance from paranoia, we must return to innocence, to our purest essence. Here we have access to the truth of our being. Honesty is more than not lying to yourself. It is also about not withholding and having deep transparency within yourself. Learn to trust and be absolutely honest with yourself. In your heart of hearts, you hold the answers. Notice the first thoughts you have before you second guess yourself. Listen and honor these thoughts. Yeah, so the purification is going to help you with that, because you're going to be able to stop doubting yourself, stop judging yourself. I feel like there's some judgment that's coming in with this pile. It's like maybe feeling like you're not good enough, or you're not cut out for something. Like I feel like those of you that chose this pile have had missed pregnancies. Like you've had pregnancies that didn't come full term, or maybe there was an ectopic pregnancy, or yeah, this feels like just miscarried. Thank you, miscarried. They're confirming energy. They're having me move now, like through the inner column. They're calling it the inner column, which is like the space between the solar plexus, so like around the navel, above the navel area, and into the heart. Moving through this inner column, because there's some energy through there that this feels like deep grief that has settled into that space. So like I said, you may have had a baby that was miscarried. This may also be for some mothers. Yes, they're confirming that had carried a child to full term, and unfortunately the baby had transitioned right after being birthed. So they're in the angelic realm. Rainbow babies, they're saying rainbow babies. Yes, rainbow babies. Okay, so this feels like even souls that have tried to come in before and are coming back in. It's like the vibration have shifted for both them and you, and they are ready to come back in. And they're saying, calm down. Calm down. That's what I keep hearing. Calm down. It's okay. Oh, it's okay to cry. It's okay to scream. It's okay to get mad, to break something, to punch a pillow. I mean, there's some big energy that's moving through that inner column, and it's because there is grief that has set into the lungs and then gone deeper. Like, this is like settling into the solar plexus and your sense of self-worth and where your confidence comes from. And they're saying it's okay to let go. You didn't do anything wrong. That's what they want you to know. You didn't do anything wrong. There's nothing that you could have done differently. We have already set into these contracts before we come in. So there's nothing that you could have done differently or should have done differently. And they want you to forgive yourself. They want you to hold yourself, to go back to that version of you, whenever it was, the version of you that either miscarried or birthed a baby that ended up transitioning shortly afterwards. And they want you to hold that version of you. Like, see yourself, see that vision of her and what she looked like. The more you envision it, the easier it will be to connect with her. So envision what her hair looks like, what kind of makeup she wears, if any, what kind of clothing or accessories she wears. Envision that, and then sit with her and hold her from now, your higher self, and let her know that there's nothing that she could have done differently, and that you love her, and the baby's soul is in so much gratitude for you being able to help them shift through whatever they needed for their life contract. And they just want you to give her some love. It's like loving on your inner child, but it may not necessarily be a child. It might be like your teenage self, or your maiden self, like just a lower version of you, a version of you that came before this time. And give her some love. Tell her you love her. Tell her you're there for her. Tell her you support her, and tell her it's okay to cry. It's okay to scream. Give her an out. Maybe take yourself to like a break room where you can like go and break a bunch of stuff, or go for like, I like to get in my car when I need to move a lot of energy and roll up the windows, like drive down a street where like by a park or something, and just scream at the top of my lungs inside my car. Nobody can hear me. The windows like muffle it, and it just lets that energy out. Maybe you can scream on top of a mountain, or maybe you can like they're showing me like vigorous movement, like a punching bag, like hitting a punching bag, or like some kind of high intensity interval training where you can get that energy out. There just needs to be a big shift, because it's settling into the back of your heart, and they don't want you to close your heart or to close yourself off from opportunities that are still open and available to you in this lifetime. Okay, let's see what else we have. Give your bad habits a heave-ho. I don't know what heave-ho means, but let's read it here. It says, pay attention to the areas in your life that you're not so thrilled about. Figure out which bad habits helped create them and trade those habits in for some good ones. Form the kinds of habits that successful people have. Good time management habits, good decision-making habits, good thought habits, good health habits, good relationship habits, good work habits, etc. Think of what behaviors would make the biggest positive change in your life right now, and maybe even with the kinds of changes you can hardly imagine coming true, and set about turning them into habits. So it's like, what is going to help you move through this? Maybe you know that every time you go for a long walk by yourself, you're able to move through some energy. You're able to just cry. I used to love to swim laps and cry because nobody could see me. I was in my own space. My body was moving. I was shifting that energy out. And so swimming laps was like my safety zone where I could cry. And I just felt like the tears were being washed away. So whatever works for you, I feel like there's something that you already know works for you, and they're saying tap into that and create more of that so you can move through this. Okay, and then we have take a chance. Every risk is a success when you're committed to learning and growth. So getting yourself out of this cycle of feeling sorry for yourself, feeling bad that things happened the way that they did, and just allowing yourself to finally grieve and move through it, and allowing yourself to evolve. Yeah, it's like if you never take any risk, you'll never see any reward. So don't stop yourself from wanting to do things because it just hasn't happened yet. It can absolutely happen, but you've got to open up and you've got to clear through that inner column, as they called it. Okay, then once you clear, they're bringing in serendipity. Is like things will align. Look at that 4-leaf clover. Yeah, it's like taking the risk is what's going to bring you to this space. And I feel like for you, the risk is getting out of your comfort zone, like actually feeling through some of these emotions that maybe you've been avoiding because they're not the best, right? Like it's hard to grieve. It's not easy. And there's a lot of energy that just wants to move, that's ready to move through you. And they're just saying, allow it to happen so that things can come into alignment, right? Serendipity is alignment. It is divine alignment when everything lines up exactly the way that it's supposed to be. Okay, we have inner voice. Okay, I am going to channel with this card. They're asking me to open up through the Divine Mother, so I'm going to do a little jore. You're probably going to hear my voice because I do tend to channel and tone during this, but I'm going to go ahead and give jore to those of you that are open so you can receive it. Okay, as I was channeling, now jore, let me just tell you, jore is and you can find it on my website. You can read a little bit more about it there. I go more into detail, but it's a divine energy that is channeled through the goddess of compassion, Kuan Yin. She's one of the divine mothers, and it's very nurturing and gentle and loving, and it helps bring forgiveness back into the heart. They were also showing me as I was channeling, they were showing like there's some anger that needs to be released. Like it's okay to get mad. It's okay to be upset. Those feelings are okay for you to feel, and it's okay for you to move through them. That energy just wants to come out. That's why like boxing, like hitting a punching bag, punching a pillow, breaking something, you know, all of these like in a healthy way or healthy environment are going to be really powerful for you to be able to move through that energy. Okay, we have dream work. Okay, messages from the universe. So they're saying they're connecting already through your dreams, but it's almost like you know this and you're wanting to sleep all the time. Like there's definitely some like depressive energy that's coming through, like this, you know, since it happened, since you lost your child or your baby, or since you went through this experience, it overall has like dropped you into this energy of depression that you may not even know you're in, and they're just wanting you to move that energy so you can work through it. And they're connecting with you in dream time, and you can connect with them and let them know, like, I want to move through this. I want to be able to live again, really, because it kind of feels like you're just floating along right now. Like there's no, it feels like a void, honestly. Like that's what I would call it if I was in it. It would just feel like, I'm just am, and I don't even know what I am. I just am. Like there's no spark. It just feels kind of dark and cold is the energy. And they're saying like everything can come back to life, and that inner light can be reignited within once you let all of this energy that you have built up go. Okay. All right, we have the chameleon energy. It says, you can shift and still be true. Let change reveal your colors. Yeah, it's okay for you to change. Maybe you've always been a really kind person, or you've never allowed yourself to move through the energy of anger or resentment or frustration. You just kind of swallowed it down and ate it up and try to move on with your life and act like you've moved on. But deep down, those feelings are still there. They're still inside of you, and it's wanting to come out, shine, bring it to the surface, let it glow, let it out. Even if it feels fiery and passionate, that energy wants to move. I would recommend, for those of you who are not, maybe don't want to do like the boxing or hitting something or going to a break room, maybe look into an energy practitioner. A Reiki practitioner would actually be really great. My first Reiki session, I had this anger in me, y'all. I had this anger and this depression that I was living with that I didn't even realize I was. I just knew that I was drinking alcohol a whole lot, and I couldn't get away from it, and I couldn't figure out why I was so dependent on it at that time. And I was doing anything I could to try to break that cycle. And I found a Groupon for Reiki and had no idea what I was doing. And I went and I did it. And as soon as this woman put her hands near my sacral space, like my navel, around that area, I just burst into tears. There was so much energy that needed to be transformed from that section of my body in that session, that Reiki session. And I had no idea what I was doing. I had no idea why I was crying or why the thoughts of this pregnancy that I had lost was coming up in my mind. I felt like I had dealt with it like 10 years prior. I'm like, this shouldn't even be in my head. Why did this memory come back to me? And why am I crying like crazy right now? And it was such a powerful moment, and it really opened up and started to shift my life from that moment forward, because I realized that I was holding it in that inner column, and it was making me miserable because I wasn't able to move on from it. I was really sad and angry at myself and the way that things had played out, and I didn't want to believe in a higher power. I was just so over it and exhausted. And the Reiki session, I tell you, it changed my life. I never went back to that practitioner. I never really got much out of her in regards to like words. She wasn't really a mystic or a medium, but she did channel the energy, and it did shift a lot in me. In the next 2 weeks, I was clearing energy, and by the end of those 2 weeks, I felt so much better, and my life has shifted so much from them. So I'm so grateful for that Reiki session. I highly recommend looking out for a Reiki practitioner in your area. I think it would definitely help you all. Okay, then we have impatience card. It says, I am patient and I trust. So they're saying, thoughts are things, and the words that you say are vibrations that are calling stuff in. So instead of saying like, oh, I've been so impatient, or like, when are things going to shift? I used to ask why, like, why is this happening? Why is my life like this? Why am I growing through this? Why did I have to experience this? And what I wasn't realizing was those why questions were dropping me deeper into this victim mentality. Like, oh, why is the world have it out for me? Like, I was miserable. And I stopped asking why, and I started asking what or how. And so that shift out of the why is what brought more patience and trust into my life, because I started saying, like, okay, if there's a higher power, then what was the reason I needed to grow through this lesson? What was the reason that I had to experience this in this lifetime? And sometimes the answers would come to me right away, and sometimes it would take weeks or maybe months, and I would forget I had even asked that question, and randomly out of the blue, I would get this message, or like someone would reach out to me and be like, hey, you know, this is the reason why such and such happened. And it just had me helped me have a broader awareness and started to create more patience and trust in self. So perhaps you are asking why, and this is spirit telling you, stop asking why and start asking how can I move through this? How can I let this energy go? How can I go on? And I want to move through this, like being very direct about that. Okay, and the last one we have here is Archangel Raphael. And so I'm going to put him here. Spirit did ask me to keep the Archangel book out to read the message from the angels. So I'm going to read the message from the book for this one. And then we'll see if the babies have any there's some plural, and some singular. Okay. So the message from Archangel Raphael, it says, I have heard your prayers for healing. Allow yourself time to rest and integrate. Trust that I am helping you to heal and restoring your energy and equilibrium. Oh, what a beautiful message for this pile. Any last messages that want to come through for this pile? Any last messages? Lower the cortisol is what I'm hearing. So you can do this through frequencies. There's some really awesome frequencies on YouTube. You can look for just cortisol relief frequency or music, and the music, the hertz that the music is attuned to will help lower your brain waves, which then taps into the parasympathetic nervous system and will relax you and lower your cortisol levels. I think other than that, that's it. They're saying give yourself time and love on yourself. It's okay. You're gonna get through this. You've asked for guidance and it is here. I'm sending you all so much love. If you made it to the end of this reading and it resonated for you, please leave a green heart in the description or in the comments. And I will reach back out to you with a personal message. All right, thank you all so much for tuning in. Until next time, adios.